We've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him. The 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Cousins here going to change the play. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Hamler now on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins throw complete to Hollins. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. The Falcons at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards the gain for number 18. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Again, it's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mac Hollins, his second touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Another carry for Pierce. Powers through. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Pierce gets this one running right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Going for it with Pierce. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Even in only 10 games, seeing Pitts drop from 1,000 to under 400 yards receiving was tough last season. And he has only 3 total touchdowns in his first 2 years. Still one of the most athletic tight ends in the league. I expect last season to be the anomaly.
Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he's able to find Miller. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Cousins now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead out to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Pierce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards first in 13 games.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Second and 5.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Ready?
Stroud gets the dump off to Pierce. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Stroud looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Stroud to throw it. Flushed out right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, 29 yards. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Texans 10. Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
This one into the hands of Pitts. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's second and 10. Cousins again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. He's to the 15. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Sheldon Rankins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A gain of 15. And the Texans first down.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go again with Pierce. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now an option play on second down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos.
Stroud working out of the gun. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
Pierce is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last time everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Stroud out of the gun here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that's going to tie things at 20. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 39 on third. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play action now. Cousins. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Robinson up the middle. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down and 8. Here's Cousins. Over the middle, caught by London. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, Cousins. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Kirk Cousins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. taken the lead here in the fourth.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
He's got it at the 2. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the fourth. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
This one left side caught by Collins. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Go!
On second down, it's Stroud. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. The Texans on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently. Right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Robinson with another carry. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to perhaps salt this one away.
A 26-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one CD going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come up now on 2nd down. A run for Pierce out of the gun.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. But 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Another carry for Pierce. But we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll buy some time right. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.